Alright, for this one I decided to do something a little bit differently. Now, I kind of had, that's where I just recently had this plugged in and was doing some more testing with it. I kind of have to do it this way. I have to do some more troubleshooting on this. It's unplugged for a reason right now. This is the overhead door Eagle 1000. And there's its case. I got the case off so you can see the guts. You can also see how rusty this case is. The wiring diagram's in good shape though. But this thing has definitely seen better days. I have no idea what kind of garage this came out of, but obviously it got wet at some point, or had been wet for a period of time. I don't have the light cover for this. It's 60 watt max on the 2 light bulbs. Oh yeah, this does have the electronic force. I'll show you the 2 logic boards in a moment. And here's the, oh, here it is. Let's see. I don't know how well turning this upside down works. There you go. This is the guts of it. They went to a gear drive and dumped the V-belt. Not a big fan of that. They should have kept the V-belt drive. This does have an RPM sensor in it, which for some reason it likes to drag on the plate here. I haven't figured out how to make it quit doing that. The other reason this isn't on the door is because the limit switch isn't all here and working. This is a part of it. There's actually 2 pieces to this. They just screw together by that little screw. And there's only 1 limit cam. Essentially, this just travels and it trips for the open and the closed. I have no idea why there's 3 switches for the closed. I haven't really tried to figure out what those do. But for some reason, there's 3 there. You can also see the motor is rusty. This opener was junk when I got it. I did bring it back to life, even though it's not exactly in a usable state yet. Aside from the rusted case, the motor was actually falling off the bracket. As well as parts of this chain were seized up. I got most of the bad parts. There's still 1 spot on here that I didn't get. You'll see that when I run it, because it looks like the chain is going to jump off, but there's some newer chain in here. Chain cable, plastic traveler, which is also seen better days. See, this is a little bit rounded from pulling something heavy. This release tab isn't in the greatest shape either. There's the inner slide, which is something else I don't like. It's got an excessive amount of play in it, but that's how it was when it was made. Cheap pulley. This is definitely a very cheapened down version of the R80. The R80 was definitely a much better machine than this. The remote, and I'm not sure if this would have came with it or not. The opener was made in '89, this was made in '87. This is on 360 megahertz, as is the opener actually. Let's see. There it is. They put the frequency on the transformer. And it doesn't show, the date doesn't show up too well. I know I saw this dated for '89. I have no idea what the letters mean. I just matched up the switches and it worked. See, the remote is -BBQ and let's see, this is -BBC. I have no idea what the letters actually indicate. This does have the option for sensors. Where is it? Nah. Oh yeah, the back cover plate. Let's see if it's still over here. There it is. This is the back cover plate. This is all smashed up. There's no way that's going to ever fit back on the opener. Go out here in the light, you can see that's what the terminals actually are. And with the dip switches on the back. Yeah, there's no way that's if we're gonna go back on. But I have it anyway. The other reason why this is unplugged is, you notice this doesn't have the LED in it. This has the buzzer. so you can hear that. It says the buzzer instead of the LED. We're going to go ahead and plug this in and see if it decides to take off. It might not. Okay. Let's leave the open on it. Hold off, let's see if it takes off on its own. Now, if you noticed, it didn't run right away. That may be when I push the button. That may be the board problem it still has. Yeah, I didn't bother to put light bulbs in this either. I don't know if you can see back there the excessive solder. There it goes. Yeah, it looks to run by itself. Yeah, that's what I'm talking. It said it likes to run by itself for some reason. See how much more it does of that. See, that relay right there was busted off. I looked over the rest of the board. I couldn't really find anything else wrong. Obviously, it has a junk logic board because it shouldn't be running on its own. Yeah, I don't really want it running into the header at the end of the pulley there because I don't know what's it done. Alright, enough of that. Off. I don't know how well if the force settings even work on this at all. And I don't really want to find out. Yeah, apparently that's what it likes to do now. So at some point, I'm going to have to rewire this whole thing for a different logic board or figure out some way to make this one work. The fact that it's running on its own, I don't know if it's on this board or the other board. That means one of these little ICs is bad. I think I had a Genie that did that. Yeah, actually it was one of my 450s was doing that. Of course I couldn't buy that chip anymore, so I had to buy a replacement board. That's usually what it means when it starts doing that and you can't find anything else wrong with it. Yeah, there's the dip switches, 9 trinary switches. Like I said, I just matched it up and it worked, so. So this is going to need quite a bit more work before this can be usable, apparently. Because the running on its own is something new it just started doing today. At least I hadn't noticed it before. Actually, well, I guess that's just going to be it. I'm not going to bother plugging this back in to see if the push buttons do work. I think when I hooked this up initially, when I initially fixed this, I think the push button terminals were responding to input. But, and I don't have a push button here. I got a screwdriver here, but if it's just going to keep running on its own, it's kind of hard to tell if that's actually responding to that anymore or not. Still have this up for now. Haven't swapped that out yet. That's going to be all. Thanks for watching. Please comment, rate, and subscribe. Oh, and if you notice anything missing from that door, comment down below. Thanks for watching.